She sophisticated head to the toes, acting like a lady, she ain't acting like these hoes. She don't need me, she got her own. Independent woman and it shows. She may be laughing, but I know that she ain't kidding. We ain't keeping secrets, but I stay out of her business.
Hey y'all, it's Alondra and welcome back to the land. Y'all, today's video I'm super excited because I'm going to be sharing with y'all my tips on how I travel for cheap. Okay, I'm doing this video because a lot of people who know me, they always looking at me like, Alondra, why I feel like you always gone somewhere? Why I feel like you this and you this and that? I don't know. I don't feel like I'm gone enough, okay? But reality is I have been to like 6 or 7 cities in 1 year, and I'm just going to tell y'all how I did that and how you can do that too. Before I get started, go ahead, make sure you are subscribed. If you're not subscribed, you are not a citizen of the land, and hit the notification bell so you know as soon as I upload, all right? Okay, y'all, so starting the tips off, I'm starting with tip number 1, which is going to be stay in the US. I told myself this when I wasn't realizing, like, hey, we have a lot of cool states and cities here in America, so why would I stress myself about going to Mexico, Bahamas, Jamaica, China, Paris? Like, why not just start with what we have here? Also, with starting here, that brings me to my next tip, which is going to be drive if you can. I know it's 2019 and all of a sudden people don't want to go on road trips anymore, but no, if you have a car that can drive, or your friend has a car that can drive, drive. And I'm saying use your car. Why not? Why spend money on a rental car when you have a car that can drive? I know some people are like worried about putting miles in their car, but what do you have it for? You know, use what you have and do with that, okay? Think about where you live right now in your state. What cities around you that are in driving distance that you could do a quick little road trip to? And y'all, I don't even like to drive. A road trip to me is 4 to 6 hours, but I've also been on road trips that are 10 hours, 12 hours, and 18. So just start like that if that's the only option you have right now, but you still want to go. Don't limit yourself to, oh, I can't buy a plane ticket, so I can't go. No, take a car, take a bus. Like, y'all, these other transportations are out there to be used, so use it. Next tip, and y'all, these tips are not in order by importance. They're just literally tips and I'm reading them off, okay? Fly with a cheap airline. Y'all, my favorite airline I always use, I always travel with is Spirit. I love Spirit because it's super cheap. That's the only reason I love it. It's cheap. Why would I not love it? $100 round trip, I'll take that one, okay? Like, honestly, people just like to pay more. People like spending money. I'm not telling y'all to forget Southwest, forget Delta, forget United. United is cheap too. What I'm telling y'all is to compare. Don't just cross something off the board just because you don't want to be embarrassed to fly an airline that's an airline. It's just, we're not even going to get started on how I feel about people and their negative thoughts against Spirit. I just don't get it. And when I say compare, I don't just compare, oh, they're both going to DC, which one's cheaper to get me to DC? No, I compare with time. I compare with like bags as well. If I want to check a bag, which one will be a better deal? Another tip is you want to be flexible with your time and dates. So that means if you want to arrive to that city earlier, on an earlier date, or a later date, meaning like instead of flying in Friday, maybe you should fly in Saturday. Or instead of flying in on a Wednesday, maybe you should fly in on a Thursday. If you can be a little flexible with your trips, that will also help you save money, because literally one day could be a $50 difference. So you want to see if you can be a little flexible with dates and times when it comes to your plane ticket as well. Next tip is going to be to travel with someone. When you travel with someone, that can also help your trip be a little cheap, because y'all can split Uber fees. If you get a rental car, you can split rental fees. If you stay in a hotel or Airbnb, y'all can split hotel or Airbnb fees. Traveling with someone, with one person or a group, that can be cheap as well. But that's also another video in itself of like how to travel in a group, because that's why I ain't got no friends now, okay? I just go places by myself and I meet up with someone when I get to that city. And it's usually just one person because I don't have friends, okay? Next tip that saves me the most money when it comes to traveling is I stay with someone when I land. So it pays to have friends in other cities, like legit. Visit their city. Hey, can I crash at your place for a day or two? Even if you have to pay them like $50, paying $50 to stay with someone is way cheaper than paying $200, $300, $400 $500 in Airbnb or hotel fees. That's how I've got to see a lot of cities, is because I knew someone who lived in that city and I was able to stay with them. Thank you. So another tip is, when you land in these new cities, take advantage of their public transportation. When I land in Atlanta, literally I hop on their train from the airport and take it all the way to my hotel, take it all the way, like way closer in the city, and then I can Uber or walk to a hotel. Taking advantage of transportation that comes in the city will just save you so much money. If I was to probably get an Uber from Atlanta airport to a hotel downtown, that could easily be a $20, $30 Uber. A lot of these major cities have train systems, so it's nothing to be shy or embarrassed about riding the train, because everyone takes the trains in all these cities. And not only will you save money, but you'll also get a feel of the city. Like, you'll just experience their culture. Like here in Houston, we don't have a train system like that. So I love taking trains when I go to other cities, because I just feel like a city girl, you know? Next tip is to compare Airbnb versus hotel. So let's say you don't know anyone and you can't stay with anyone in the city. Anytime I stay in a hotel, it's because I'm probably traveling with someone and they want to do a hotel. But if it's up to me, I would just always do Airbnb, and you can actually get a feel of the culture of like that city. For example, for my birthday, I went to Long Beach, California. I stayed in an Airbnb and it was so pretty, and it was right in the like heart of Long Beach, and I got to see like that city's like artistic, like little culture, like their little vibe out there, you know? Some cities are better for hotels. Some cities are better for Airbnbs. So don't be so bougie and not want to stay in someone's home, because literally there's been some nice Airbnbs out here, and it can get really upscale if you want it to be upscale. If you want it to be cheap, it can be cheap as well. Next tip is going to be pack light, so you don't have to check a bag. I recently did a video on how to pack light. I'll have that video tagged so y'all can check out how to pack light for travel. And that's the main thing I do. I never check a bag, like never. I really love this because, like I said, I fly Spirit all the time, and if this is the airline that charges for check bags, charges for carry-on, okay, my cheap ass, I'm gonna find a way where I don't have to pay for extra fees. So if I have to cram all of my 7 or 10 outfits in a small little purse, I'm gonna do that. All of these tips, if you're not realizing by now, it's gonna take a little bit of compromise, okay? Also, y'all, let's pause real quick. If you've made it this far in the video, go ahead and drop plain emojis in the description box below, symbolizing 2019 we is taking flights, okay? And by dropping those plain emojis, I will know that y'all are a real OG citizen. Y'all is down for the cause, and I know y'all fuck with the kid, okay? All right, let's jump back into it. Next tip, let's just say an ideal cheap trip like I take is going to be a 3-day trip. That's 3 days, 2 nights. Now, if that is your trip, then what you're gonna wanna do is take advantage of those hours. Wake up early, stay out all day, explore, 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 get your pictures, get your souvenirs, make some quick memories, try the food of that city, meet some people of that city, like explore as much as you can, and do that each day so that you can literally get the most of your trip. Y'all, when I go somewhere, I'm not trying to stay in the hotel or in the Airbnb like just to sleep. I'm there to wash, get cute, and leave. Unless that's a trip that is for relaxation. But if it's a trip for me to like go and explore and have fun, please believe I'm not gonna be in that room at all. If you're traveling with other people, you wanna make sure that you're with people that are like fun. Next tip is going to be take out cash out your accounts and only use your card for, like, let's say if you got a rental or Airbnb, like a card for purchases that you like need. Me personally, this doesn't really matter to me. I either spend money or I don't, based off of just how I feel. But I know some people, it does help them when they take off, like take out $200 or $300 for their trip and be like, look, you took out $300 or $200 cash. I'm not spending nothing else besides my cash. Sometimes that works for people. Me, it just doesn't matter. But take out money out your account if you know that you just swipe your card too easily and too quickly. And once you run out of your cash, you're done. You have to cut yourself off. Next tip is going to be travel during off season. You know, if you go to Miami, South Beach, Miami for spring break, you're going to be paying spring break South Beach, Miami money. But if you just want to see Miami, go during October or go during November. or December. It's still gonna be warm, it's still gonna be fun, it's still gonna be parties and crazy. So try going during off seasons to major cities, even like Vegas. I know some people have went to Vegas during the week versus the weekend, and the hotel prices are drastically cheaper. So just be flexible with your travel. Do you want to see the city, or are you trying to see people? Because if you want to see the city gonna be there every day of the week. People and crowds and all that craziness is only gonna be there on certain events. If you want to go for the craziness and for the events and the spring breaks and the Mardi Gras, that is fine. But just know it's gonna be more expensive. Also tip, people think that booking their ticket months in advance will keep it cheap. So I know sometimes it's hard for people to plan a trip because they're like, oh, well, I gotta buy my ticket now, I don't have the money. Or some people think, oh, well, I can't go because we gotta go on the trip in 3 weeks and I can't buy my ticket within 3 weeks, etc., etc. For sure, I've never bought a ticket 2 months in advance. The most I probably have bought is a month in advance. But I'm just saying that to say, especially with me flying Spirit, and I'm always flying during like boring off seasons, that I literally can book a ticket 2 weeks out and it'll still be $100 or it'll still be $120. Literally, when my tickets hit $150, that's when I'm like, ooh, I may have to think about this. Like, that's how cheap I keep it, okay? Just know what airlines you're booking with, and if you're booking off season, it can really be whenever. Days is what matter more so versus the weeks and months. So I've looked online and they say the best time to book a ticket is 2 months in advance on a Tuesday. So I'll just start looking on the weekend. The ticket may be like 2 something. By that Monday, the tickets will have dropped to like in the hundreds, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they've dropped. So I definitely buy my tickets on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Last tip, which I'm scared for this to be the last one because I hope I'm not missing anything. If I did miss any tips or y'all have questions, leave it below. But last tip is going to be have a flexible job. That's the main reason I've been able to go to all these cities. I've had a flexible job. I've been a server. Being a server, I can pick my own schedule. I can request off whenever I want, and I can basically take off whenever I want. And I'm making a lot of money quickly, so I can have a lot of money to do whatever I want. It pays to have a job to make the money to be able to do stuff like this. If you don't have a job right now that allows you to have extra money like this, check out my video on how to save, because on there I tell you how to save based off what you have, and also how to make money based off what you have. Possible to travel for cheap with little income. So I'm going to wrap the video up here. If y'all like these tips, if they helped, if you feel like, damn, bitch, I'm about to be catching flights like you, then give this video a thumbs up. And leave any questions y'all may have in the description below. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.